I wish that we could go back and start over, keep calm, and handle this in a more reasonable way. The politicians are printing staggering amounts of money, spending staggering amounts of money. Every day in Japan, the Bank of Japan goes, the head cranks up the printing presses, prints money as fast as he can. I mean, the U.S. is the largest debtor nation in the history of the world. And look what we're doing, another few trillion. I mean, I feel sorry for everybody in the U.S. I feel sorry, my kids, young people in the U.S., Robert, I don't know how they're gonna cope. In 1920, the UK was the richest, most powerful country in the world. There was no number two. And then they started doing the same thing. You know, they went nuts, and now the UK is not even in the top 20 anymore. Still there, but the standard of living compared to what the UK had then and now is dramatic different. So I feel sorry for young people in the US. I feel sorry for you and me, but I certainly feel sorry for young people. A few months ago, politicians or media or somebody started overreacting, and now the whole world is closed down. Sometimes the cure is worse than the disease, and that's what seems to be happening now, if you ask me. Do not think that I'm saying it's wonderful to get the virus. Do not say I think it's wonderful to be sick or to die. I'm certainly not, and I'm in the age group which would be most vulnerable. But if I ignore facts, if we all ignore facts, we're going to be in serious trouble. Asia has a less bad situation than the rest of us because they don't have the huge debts. Japan does, but most Asian countries don't have the gigantic debts that the West does. Japan is now in decline. You know, the debt skyrockets every day. The population goes down. The population has been declining for 10 years. They won't have babies. They don't like foreigners, so they won't have immigrants. It's not going to be good, but it's not just Japan. Western countries, you see what's happening in some Western countries now. Even Germany, Robert, even German cities, some of them are in trouble now. Yeah, we worry about Illinois. Germany, you know, when I was a kid, there was nothing sounder than Germany or Switzerland. Now they're both going nuts.
So do you have any words of wisdom or prophecy or encouragement or?
I will say that people should not listen to other people. They should only invest in what they themselves know a lot about. I've been buying gold and silver again for a few months now. I own a lot of US dollars. I just gave you reasons that the US is in trouble and getting worse. So you will probably say, why do you own US dollars? It's unsound, but I own it because in times of turmoil, people look for a safe haven. And the US dollar is considered, for historical reasons, a safe haven. And then you look around and not going to buy the euro or the pound or other things. So I own a lot of US dollars. It's going to get overpriced. It might turn into a bubble, at which point I hope I'm smart enough to sell and put my money somewhere else.
You know, looking at the world from where you see it today in the world economy, do you have any suggestions on how a person prepares for this brave new world we've just entered?
What they need to do is become knowledgeable about what's going on. You must, in 2020, become knowledgeable about what's happening out there, because it's very important, especially now. As Robert says, this has never happened before. Once you become knowledgeable, then you're going to say, oh my God, then you're going to get worried. Then you're going to get extremely worried. And once you get extremely worried, then you will start to prepare and get ready.